Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Land Cruiser First Edition in the color Heritage Blue. Let's take a look. Starting up front here underneath the hood, we have the gas component of the hybrid energy system. It is a turbocharged iForce Max 2.4-liter four-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 326 horsepower, 465 pound-foot of torque, and you've got towing capacity up to 6,000 pounds. Up front here, we have the retro-style LED headlamps, daytime running lights as well, of course. Down below, we have, currently they are on the yellow setting, but we have your fog lights down here. You can change these between yellow and white. We'll take a look at that feature when we get all the way around back into the interior up front. Across the front, you'll find these little round nodules. These guys are your front parking sensors. And then all the way down at the bottom is your front-facing camera. Along to the side here, we have the 18-inch black alloy wheels. Then you have rock rails all the way along the bottoms there. Side mirrors have integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and then additional cameras on the side to contribute to the surround view camera effect. On both of your front handles, you'll find this little dimple here. We'll talk about that guy more on the driver's side. Moving back, all your rear windows come with factory tinting, and up top we have the first edition exclusive roof rack. And then approaching the back, we get a good view of the Land Cruiser First Edition, again, exclusive mud flaps on here. Across the back, just like the front, you have backup parking sensors the whole way across. On the right-hand side, you have your iForce Max badge. On the left, you have your Land Cruiser badge. Then on the bottom left corner of the rear windshield, you'll find this little button. Give this guy a press. You'll see that the rear windshield pops out a little bit. And then you can use a handle right underneath the rear windshield wiper and lift up that panel. This gives you quick and easy access to your rear cargo and storage space, and gives you a little bit of extra wiggle room in case you have some sort of cargo that's in the back that doesn't quite fit in with the hatch closed. You can lift this up if you're going for a short trip, just give yourself a little wiggle room. And then up top here, you'll find an additional camera here. This guy is a sort of type of backup camera, but we'll see what his specific use is when we get up front as well there. To close that up, don't be too shy about it. Make sure you just reach up and pull it all the way back down. Make sure it is firmly in place and not going to lift back up again, because if it is loose, you won't be able to open up the power adjustable rear hatch itself. So to do that, you can reach in, press the elongated button, and it should automatically rise up for you. Inside, you'll find your second row seating has a 60-40 split on the left-hand side, allowing each side to function independently. If you're looking to lay the seats down flat to extend the cargo space forward, you can do so by releasing these handles on the back side. Then there is an additional handle on the inside of the seat as soon as you open the door. We'll look at that guy when we get up there. Lots and lots of storage space back here, including some additional chargers here and cup holder style spaces. You also have the tie-down hooks in each one of the four corners here. And then on the right-hand side, you'll find yourself with a 12-volt adapter. Then across the back here, we have this, again, a first edition exclusive accessory. This guy clips into the little cargo holder clips you've got here. And this is protective for the vehicle. So this does two things. First off, having this here helps protect the vehicle from when the hatch itself is closing, so you're not worried about it rubbing. It also helps because, as most of us know, if you ever put anything heavy in your rear space here, the first thing that it hits and starts to grind up on is on this initial little piece right here. So this just helps to keep your vehicle nice and safe. It also helps to reduce the amount of dirt and debris that gets inside your vehicle, as this is clearly a very easy material to just take and shake off or rinse off as well. If you do end up looking for your battery, you can find it behind this little wall panel here. We have some videos covering exactly how to access that. And you can take a look for that in our channel. And then behind this wall is where you have access to the toolkit for your spare tire, which is mounted all the way on the bottom there. To close up your space here, you can reach up to the handle on the left-hand side or press one of the two electronic buttons, one to simply close and one to close and lock all at once. Next, let's take a look at the inside. Inside, your interior upholstery is the black SofTex leatherette, and you do have some of this light gray stitching here as well, if you can get a close look at that. On the side of the seat is where you have this diagram showing you other ways you can fold your seats forward. This is done by using this little handle back here. So if you simply release this guy, it will allow the seat to fold forward, and you can fold it all the way up, giving you lots of easy access all the way directly to the back. You can also choose to have it folded only half of the way forward to simply have that flat cargo space. Further inside, of course, we have access to the folding down armrest/cup holder, which of course can easily be folded away to increase seating capacity. Looking forward, on the back of your front passenger and front driver seats, you've got pouch storage. Then on the back of the console, you have the third air conditioning control panel. So this allows for your second row occupants to control the temperature as well as the mode and fan speed for their own zone of air conditioning. This can be controlled from up front. We'll take a look at that when we get up there. Down below you have all of your charger options, and all new units come with both carpeted and rubber mats. Then in your door you have 2 layers of storage, more of that black leatherette with the light gray stitching. You also have this first edition emblem that is included into the door itself. You have JBL speaker system you can see all throughout the unit, and your power window control down below there. Back again now to this little dimple. This guy indicates keyless entry, so if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand here or here to lock and unlock your unit. Inside your driver's door, right underneath the handle, you have your memory seat settings. Then you've got your power windows for front and back, window lock, power lock system, side mirror controls. All the way up top here, this actually allows you to fold your side mirrors in flat with the body of your unit, so you can press that button to fold them in and out at will. Down below, you'll find your, of course, power adjustable seating, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. Hood release latch on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. On top of that, you have your trailer brake controls, AC 120 volt, your power trunk release, gas release, automatic headlamps, rear parking sensors, odometer or dash brightness, and then this is a control for those fog lights. So as we saw up top, they currently are in that yellow color, and you can see that this is currently orange, but if you press the button, it instead turns white. And then if you go out and take a look at the fog lights, you'll see that they're also white. We'll leave it that way so that when we wrap up the video and walk around for the last time, you can take a look at them and see that they've changed color. Next to this, you have your power tilt and telescopic control for the steering wheel. Hop up here and take a closer look at the steering wheel itself. First off, black leather, black stitching. Up top, you also have your paddle shifters. Then left-hand side here, controls for your dash display. You've got your hands-free communication and volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls in the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top, which of course includes both sonar and lane departure. Now looking up top here, you'll find this little cutout in the dash. This is where you're able to see your heads-up display from. Don't currently have it turned on, but when you do have this turned on, it allows you to keep an eye on some metrics, so you don't have to take your eyes on and off the road to do this. The primary use for this is typically the speedometer. It's a great little built-in feature to have, and once you have it, it's really hard to go back to not having it. Then in the middle here, you've got your infotainment display screen. Nice big screen here. You're definitely not going to have to squint to see what's going on. Up top here, we're looking at the optional navigation. You can choose to connect that through Toyota Connected Services. Under that is audio listening, AM, FM, satellite radio, full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and you've got optional USB adapters throughout the unit. Then you have phone connectivity to connect your device to the vehicle via Bluetooth. Again, we have videos covering how to do that if you would like some tips and tricks. Then you have a couple displays in here. So first you have your off-road information, which is really good to keep an eye on. It has all sorts of levelers and things like that. So if you are going on some fun terrain, you can keep an eye on what's going on. Then you have your general trip information and then the climate display. So you have it for the front, for the rear, and then also some additional options for your EcoHeat Cool setting, as well as your rear windshield de-icer. Then all the way at the bottom is all your general settings. Everything from personal profile, Bluetooth, audio, Wi-Fi, voice media, vehicle customizing, software apps, etc. Volume control is right to the left of this. Directly under there is where you have your push start ignition, and then you have tow haul mode. In the middle here, you have your four ways, and then the climate control center. So up front, we have a dual climate control. This allows the driver and front passenger to either have the temperatures synced up, or if you turn off your sync, then each side can actually function independently here. Then you also have the controls as well for your rear space here. You can choose to sync it up or not, let them function independently if they want to. Defrost for your front and rear windshield here. Then 3 variant levels for both heated and cooled seats. Red for the heat, blue for the cool, driver and front passenger. You've got heated steering wheel control on the right-hand side. Underneath, you have your surround view cameras. So if you give that a press, you'll find that your infotainment display screen turns to this full surround view look of your vehicle. Currently, we're looking at the straight down view, but if you want to, you can change it up and look from a higher up perspective. It's a little warped on this side just because I do have the door wide open right now, but of course, you can have that closed as you typically do inside your vehicle. And then if at any point in time you want to add some additional customizing, you can do that. To get rid of this, you can press that same surround view button that we saw to begin with, or just press the X in the top left corner. Next to that is where you have all of your charger options, and then you have your mode selects, driving, mountain, your MTS rather, and then downhill and crawl. And then on the right you also have a wireless charging pad down below. This is compatible with all wireless charging devices. Nice thing is you never have to worry about keeping phone cords inside of your vehicle with you. It has this nice little built-in tray design, which means that the phone's not going to go flying out of there if you are on any sort of terrain. And of course, you still have a clear line of sight to it for any notifications coming in and out. There is some additional storage space right over next to it. Then you have your driver, or rather your gear shift, parking brakes there, traction control, stabilizer bar, and then your diff locks, 2-wheel 4 high and 4 low controls, cup holders. Then in the back here we have the console, so this guy opens up, lots of storage space down inside of there. Down below you have your cup, or rather your glove box down below there. On your rear view mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots, these guys are your garage door openers. Right now you have a normal reflective rear view mirror, but as I pointed out, that one little camera that is in a rather inconspicuous location, when you open up that rear panel of the rear windshield there, once you flip the switch, it takes control of that camera. So the reason this is a great feature to have built in is if you have anything inside of your cab with you, be it people or cargo that are maybe blocking your sight or being distracting, you can not have to worry about that. Flip the switch, circumvent that issue, and see directly to behind yourself. On top of this is where you have your controls for your SOS button, your overhead lighting controls, and controls there for the moonroof. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Land Cruiser First Edition in the color Heritage Blue. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.